The Arch Manning experience is already wild, and he's only started 2 college games. The patriarch of the family, Archie Manning, declared him better than Peyton and Eli were at this point in their careers. That kind of hype is crazy. The pressure, expectations are even crazier. All we know is this 2.5 game sample size. The film will tell us all we need to know. When you turn on Arch Manning's film, it is bonkers. In the 2.5 games he took over for the starter Quinn Ewers, usually the coaching staff has implemented a system where the concepts are the same, the reads are the same, but Arch's average depth of target was nearly 4 yards higher than Ewers. Arch's 10.4 yards per attempt would have finished second in the nation. He is gonna push the ball down the field no matter what. Manning ball is about to be an absolute fireworks show. Before we dive deeper into all the positives, and then get into some of the negatives, I want to thank this week's sponsor, SeatGeek. Sports are popping off. If you want to go to the NBA Finals, you can ball out. Major League Baseball's all over the place. I just had a Mets game with this lovely gentleman said. Daniel Tosh is about to be in town, and whenever I'm going to check something out, I always hit up SeatGeek. They are my go-to. I prefer them because their app rates the deals for each game based on the best deal for each seat. A green dot means it's a good deal, a red dot means it's bad. Jive turkey, as Cornelius would call it. You can use SeatGeek at any time as long as it's before your event, could be months or hours. So whenever I want to do something fun, I find me a green dot, and we out. Every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee, and you can use code Rollins10 to get 10% off any set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's code Rollins10 to get 10% off your next order. The aggressive nature of Arch's game cannot be understated. Every down, he is going for your throat. His first instinct is to push the ball down the field no matter what, and he's put on film throws of 40, 50, even 60 yards. My favorite play of his came on a rep where he showed all of his strengths, his aggression, great pocket presence, and he's very good at getting through multiple reads for a guy who's played as little as he has. Texas is running a short curl flat concept, Arch's first read. Then his second is the dagger concept, where Silas Bolden runs off the coverage over the middle to open space inside for the dagger route. However, instead of moving on to the dagger route, Arch goes for the runoff route because he sees the safety staying too high with the middle of the field open, and the linebacker is backing into Tampa 2 zone. This is not typically in the progression. Bolden's job is to convert his route to split the 2 high safeties, if that's what they're playing. But for Arch to read this short to deep to the seam route over the middle, it's just not a natural progression. It's supposed to go to the dagger route. This is not the way this concept's taught. And what I love about him, he is going to sit in the pocket with pressure all around no matter what. He will take the big hit. And while you might say, this bounced off the backer's head, quarterbacks are taught when they see the linebacker's back, all he can guard is the length of his shoulder pads, so let her rip. Pocket presence is another huge strength to Arch's game, which helps him stay calm while getting through his reads. Both of these attributes go hand in hand. When pressure is swirling all around him, he can still go 1, 2, 3, so he's completely comfortable if his first read isn't there because he can maneuver the pocket till somebody comes open. Take a look at this NFL concept called XZ read. The X and Z receivers run go routes, but if there are defenders over the top, they'll chop down at 18 to 20 yards. Mississippi State has a perfect coverage on and cover 2 zone invert, where cover 2 means there are 2 deep safeties, but invert means the cornerbacks are the one playing deep instead of the safeties who are sitting right in the XZ windows. Arch starts to his right, really both safeties are exactly where he's going to throw, but he progresses to his second read and completes the pass. How did this come open so late? Going through your reads is so important because the defense is watching your eyes while you do it. Watch Corey Ellington come down to defend one of the receivers, but because Arch is looking to his first read, Ellington reads his eyes, which opens up the backside window. In a world where college coordinators are telling their quarterbacks exactly where to throw, Arch is going through his reads like a polished quarterback and excelling late in the down. I just cannot stress how aggressive he is on nearly every single play. Like in this 2-play example, Mississippi State is in 3 high cover 3 zone, with their second safety already rotated down underneath. Against trips formations with 3 receivers, defenses have to get creative. Since a lot of teams put this cornerback in man coverage, now the defense only has 2 deep defenders for 3 receivers, so oftentimes they're forced to put a linebacker on a receiver. You can guess how that goes, and Arch is gonna feast on this all day long. Perfect throw, drops the ball like he's Stephon Diggs on the pink stuff. Tough scene. Then a few quarters later, Mississippi State adjusts. Now they want the safety to take the vertical instead of a linebacker. So while they're still playing cover 3 zone, they're keeping the safety high and playing cover 3 buzz, where the safety plays a middle hook instead of rotating all the way down. When Arch sees him caught up just a little bit, it's bombs away. Arch is gunning for you on every play. If he sees you take one half a step the wrong way, it is game over. Another big positive to his game is his mobility. Running the ball, he's got good speed, and it's clear that Sark wanted to get him outside the pocket and on the move, and Arch proved to be very good throwing on the run. Check this 3-level sail concept, where usually teams install this to read sail to flat route, but he, running to his left, sees Ryan Wingo has leverage with his body in between Elijah Newell and where the route is going. Wingo's also stacked Newell, meaning he's gotten on top of him, so now he controls all this space because he can just angle Newell off. Arch sees these things while moving and shows the horsepower in his arm and makes a fantastic throw. When we transition over, though, to his problem areas, I found really only one that could be truly concerning. Arch, as of right now, is not very accurate. There are 1 or 2 times a game where he'll miss a basic easy throw on a screen or a little check down. He'll often throw to the wrong shoulder of his receivers, so even on completions, it limits their yak. And in the NFL at the next level, when you're not throwing to the correct shoulder consistently, windows are even tighter, which could really become an issue. Here's his curl route against cover 3 zone, where the 3 deep zone defenders pedal backwards. So as long as the curl flat defender doesn't get outside, any type of curl, comeback, something to the flat, they're all gonna be easy money, but Arch leaves us too far inside and allows the cornerback to make a play on the ball. Way too often he's misfiring and the ball is sailing over somebody's head, or he's missing to the right or left. It's a major cause for concern. It's not his only issue, but for the others we're about to see, I believe they are more things that can be ironed out with experience over time at the position. For example, this is what looks like more inaccuracy, but is actually due to a lack of experience. You can see tight end Juan Davis identify the safety is sitting over the middle in this dagger concept, so he decides to stop in the open window. But Arch leads him into the safety, and while this would have been an accurate throw if Davis had kept going, maybe had gotten his head blown off, like Lewinsky, it looks worse than it is, but it's because of Arch's inexperience. He also held on to the ball way too long looking down the field for big plays. And instead of just taking checkdowns when he should have, he'd hold the rock and take unnecessary hits. Here is another basically sail concept, where Texas is trying to stretch out this defender by running off the cornerback to the sideline, then having the sail route come across the field to the intermediate. But when the curl flat defender gets tons of depth, on 2nd and 4, Arch should hit this slide route underneath to the flat. He has leverage on the defender. But instead, he makes a mistake most young quarterbacks do. He wants to be the hero. He wants to use his arm strength. In time, he'll learn to check this ball down to make the easy play. You don't have to bomb the ball down the field every single time. Him trying to do too much is an easy fix. It's the kind of thing where if it persists throughout his career, then it's worrisome. But with more reps, if he can pick his spots better and hit the open guy underneath, that'll help him become more efficient and also make his deep ball that much better with the defense having to defend everywhere. He is great from the pocket, maneuvering it, keeping his eyes down the field while under pressure, and his arm strength and aggressiveness are impressive, where he will rip you up down the field any chance he can. He can move very well. A part of his game he has over Peyton and Eli, but their signature accuracy, well, that's what's worrisome. Arch definitely needs to improve there. He has at least 1 more year before he even gets to the league, and many think he'll stay for 2. His first small bite of action looked extremely promising, and even if somehow everything goes to hell and he doesn't pan out, he will. Thanks to his aggressiveness, Arch is going to be fun. The prophecy has been set, and things are right on track. He does have things to work on, but his strengths are electrifying. Arch Manning is the future of Texas, time will tell if he is the future of football.